Former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort has reached a bail deal with prosecutors led by special counsel Robert Mueller, agreeing to secure his release with 4 properties worth $11.6 million, forego foreign travel and limit his travel within the United States. In a 6-page court filing, backed by more than 150 pages of financial documentation, Manafort's lawyers agreed to a forfeiture of the homes held by Manafort, his wife, and with their daughter if he fails to appear in court to face charges of money laundering and fraud in connection with his work advising a Russia-friendly political party in Ukraine. Manafort, 68, and his co-defendant, business partner Rick Gates, 45, have been under home confinement and GPS monitoring with few exceptions since pleading not guilty October 30 in the first criminal allegations in Mueller's probe of possible Russian influence in U.S. political affairs, including in the 2016 election campaign. The deal is subject to approval by U.S. District Judge Amy Berman Jackson of Washington, who ordered prosecutors Thursday afternoon to state their agreement with the proposed deal in writing. Gates has not yet announced whether he has reached agreement on bail with prosecutors or whether he would ask the judge for release without one. The defendant will execute an agreement to forfeit 4 separate real properties if there is a bail violation with a total estimated net value, i.e., fair market value less encumbrances, of approximately $11.65 million, Manafort lawyers Kevin Downing and Thomas Zennel wrote. Counsel for Mr. Manafort and the Office of Special Counsel have conferred, and the parties agree that the conditions of release set forth below will reasonably assure the appearance of Mr. Manafort as required, they wrote. In the proposal, Manafort agreed that he would not travel abroad and that his wife, Kathleen, would turn over her passport, as he has already done. A look at the links between Russian officials and Donald Trump's campaign and White House administration, along with those involved in the investigation. His wife agreed to guarantee a $10 million bond, and their daughter Andrea agreed to forfeit her share of one of the properties, a condominium in Manhattan's Chinatown, worth a net $3.7 million. The other properties listed included the couple's house in the Hamptons of Long Island, worth $4 million, a home in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, worth $1.25 million, and his condo in Alexandria, Virginia, worth $2.7 million, all calculated after mortgages. Simply put, Mr. Manafort's family would face severe economic consequences if he were not to appear as required, his lawyers said, calling the sum a substantial portion of assets accumulated over a lifetime of work. Prosecutors agreed with Manafort that his home detention and GPS monitoring be terminated and that he be permitted to travel on 24 hours' notice between the district and the 3 states where he has homes and does business, and, with approval from the court, elsewhere in the United States. President Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner has been questioned by special counsel Robert Mueller's team of investigators about former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, a person familiar with the investigation confirmed Wednesday to the Associated Press.